Senate Republicans elected their next leader today, the South Dakota Senator John Thune, winning as the majority leader after 2 ballots. Minutes after being given the top position, Thune declared his Republican team to be united behind President-elect Trump's agenda. Thune, though, dodging questions about recess appointments and even removing the filibuster.
What we're going to do is make sure that we are processing his nominees in a way that gets them into those positions so they can implement his agenda. We expect a level of cooperation from the Democrats to work with us to get these folks installed. And obviously, we're going to look at explore all options to make sure that they get moved and that they get moved quickly.
Joining me now is the Republican senator from the state of Wisconsin, Ron Johnson, who, of course, was inside the room. Senator, thanks for being back with us once again here on the Hill.
Good to be with you.
Yep. You heard Thune there. Do you think that we're going to get, or I should say that the soon-to-be majority leader, do you think that there is going to be a full confirmation process here in Washington? Donald Trump hinted at the idea of, well, maybe there should be recess appointments, skipping around all that. The senator was asked about it today, and he basically said TBD, let's see what happens here. What do you think happens?
Well, first of all, I think it's absurd that there are more than 1,200 confirmable positions. That's absurd. You know, presidents, I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican, ought to have the ability to staff their administration. So if I were a negotiating deal, I'd dramatically reduce that for both sides. But we have 1,200 confirmable positions. My guess is we'll start with the regular order. We'll probably hold confirmation hearings even before the inauguration, as soon as we get sworn in the new Congress. And depending on how many nominees President Trump puts up, but he has to staff the administration. I think Senator Thune, as well as Cornyn and Scott, running for leadership positions, committed to recess appointments if Democrats don't cooperate, or if we get such a backlog of nominees that aren't getting confirmed.
Okay, so if there's no cooperation or there's a backlog, that's when you think that happens?
Yeah, that'll be the last resort, but we'll definitely resort to it because the president needs a staff.
Okay, let me ask you, you mentioned Rick Scott. You had supported the senator from the state of Florida. He not only wasn't he passed over, but he also didn't get any of the main other leadership positions behind that. John Thune, though, he's going to be leading your caucus going forward. You were supporting Scott. Do you think your conference got it wrong?
Well, obviously, I supported Rick Scott. He's an extraordinary individual, very successfully ran private sector businesses, functional organizations. We could use a little function in the United States Senate. But I get along well with John Cornyn and John Thune. I'll get along well with them. They're both accomplished individuals. Senator Thune is certainly committed to passing President Trump's agenda. In our candidate forum last night, there really was very little difference between the approach they're going to be using, a more collaborative approach, not a one-man dictatorship as we've been experiencing under Mitch McConnell. And so I've got confidence in John Thune, and I'm looking forward to working with him as majority leader.
I hear you say you've got confidence in him. I don't know. Just in listening to you, Senator, and maybe I'm hearing it wrong, but you sound a bit lukewarm. Are you not?
Well, again, I supported Rick Scott. He's an extraordinary individual. I wanted a business person's approach, somebody with his background, not only in the private sector, but a very successful governor. It's a different background. But again, John Thune is highly articulate. He's a smart person. Again, he's committed to a more collaborative process and passing President Trump's agenda. So I want to make sure that he succeeds and President Trump succeeds as well. Nothing lukewarm about that as well. Our conference has decided. I'm behind it, and we're going to move forward in a very unified fashion.
All right. Senator Ron Johnson from the state of Wisconsin, thanks for being with us here on the Hill, as always, sir. Appreciate it.
Have a great night.
You as well. Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.